YouTube's telling me that I gotta check this out. It keeps sending it to me on my feed, which I don't pay attention to too much, but every once in a while when I see it enough, I'm like, wait, I've got to check this out. So this is John Rich, Devil in the TVA. What's a TVA? Is it like the TV? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. John Rich, let's go. I'm assuming country because he does country music. And I'm not a huge fan of the genre, not since like 1998. But still, let's go.
This song recounts the battle between the
TVA. Got it. Thank you for the context, sir.
Tennessee Valley Authority and the citizens of Cheatham County, Tennessee. The TVA has existed since 1933 and has rained down destruction on American landowners for over 90 years. This song is dedicated to all those who stood their ground.
Okay.
Ma'am, they are planning to put this directly over top of your farm.
You think you own something, you don't own nothing.
Tell him. I can get behind music with a message.
For 100 some odd years, her families worked the same old fields, raised their kids and grandkids right there on that land.
True.
Saw the storms flood their ground, watched the crops die in the drought, stared the Great Depression down and never ran. But now they're looking at one hell of a fight, trying to save the family name from a rich man's bottom line. You think you own something, but you don't own nothing. When the government man comes around, put his dirty old boots on your ground, laughs at your protest with a gun and a bulletproof vest. He don't care what you have to say, he just gonna do it anyway. He'll smile and grin and then take your farm away. He'll tear it all to hell right in your face. No, the devil ain't got nothing on the TVA.
Okay. So I get it. I get what he's saying. And you know what? It's not, what's the word? I don't want to say easy, but like when you make, let's say, mainstream music of any nature, right? Or like at least somewhat mainstream music, to kind of deviate and go after a particular issue is a not easy thing to do. And so I give him all the props in the world for this. He's standing up for these people who, I mean, like he said, generations and generations have been there and they've worked the land and they're just getting pushed over because, you know, how dare you stand in the way of somebody making money? It's just, how could you? You know, they only have a couple $1 billion. They need more. Like, why would you? Dude, the super rich, the super, super rich, like I say this in so many videos, they're playing a different game. They live differently. They have different rules. They just, like, it's kind of like we're ants. You know what I mean? They're just living their lives and doing what they want to do. And we're just ants. We're just going to get stepped on and pushed aside because ain't nothing getting in the way of them making more money. They worship the almighty dollar. You know, and it's sad because I lived for a couple of years in a small town where people either owned things or they did drugs. It was kind of one or the other, but some were really hardworking, generations, you know, working. I used to live in West Virginia long when I was in my teens, and you know, people worked in the mines and stuff, you know. And it was a different lifestyle, and people were proud of their heritage and where they came from, and their land was everything to them. I might not have much, but I have my land. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it hits different. Anyway, shout out to John Rich for doing this for these people. I don't know if he's from this area. I don't know anything about it. You guys, I know people say, do your research. Why? Then I wouldn't be surprised in learning something new while I hear a song. Like, anyway, I'm really intrigued. I don't know why I'm still talking. I'm sorry.
The devil ain't got nothing on the TVA. got nothing on the TVA. If you won't bend the knee, you call his personal army. Then he'll survey all your trees and cut them down. If you try to stand and fight, he'll remind you he's Goliath, and you're nothing but a David in his eyes. He don't care about your life and liberty. It's been that way since 1933. You think you own something, but you don't own nothing. When the government man comes around, put his dirty old boots on the ground, laughs at you.
He's basically saying, this is absolutely a fact, that you can own this land for all these years, you pass it through your family. The moment they put their eyes on it and decided they're going to take it, they're going to take it. It doesn't, oh, you own it? Oh, that's so nice. Pat you on the head. Like, they don't care. They do not care. They don't care, you know? And I know that everybody thinks that there's only like one type of political or government issue that everybody's addressing because it's like hashtagable and it's mainstream and everyone get all mad and in their fifis about it. But this is real life. This is real stuff that people are dealing with. I mean, can you imagine growing up in one place with your entire family and working your buns off, right? Working your ass off. And then someone comes in and is like, nah. There are people who get paid. Their entire job is to find a loophole to steal from you. Now, don't get me wrong. There's other people who their entire life is to steal from whoever they can to basically do nothing but just take. But in this context, they have the money, the resources, and everything. Like, you can't go against them. They're just too big, you know, and they know it, but they're fighting. And so shout out to them for fighting it, man. This is not a fight. I have a dog, or a race I have a horse in, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. I really do.
Man comes around, put his dirty old boots on the ground, laughs at your protest with a gun and a bulletproof vest. He don't care what you have to say, you're just gonna do it anyway. He'll smile and grin and then take your farm away. He'll tear it all to hell right in your face. No, the devil ain't got nothing on the TVA. Got nothing on the TVA. You think you own something, but you don't own nothing. When the government man comes around, puts your dirty ass boots on the ground, laughs at your protest with a gun and a bulletproof vest. He don't care what you have to say, you're just gonna do it anyway. He'll smile and grin and then take your farm away. He'll tear it all to hell right in your face. No, the devil ain't got nothing on the TVA. Got nothing on the TVA. You think you own something, but you don't own nothing.
Man, that hits you in your feels.
Thanks to President Trump and Secretary Rollins, Cheatham County defeated the TVA in 2025. But the battle continues in counties across the 7 states where the TVA is still on the move.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know that. See, we don't know. We think we know everything. Oh, we do our research. No, you don't know. Sometimes there's all these battles happening. I think the reason it hits so hard to say that the devil ain't got nothing on the TVA is because the devil is like a source that is kind of like you can't control and is against humanity and all this stuff, to think that fellow humans, right, that they have bills and they make money and they work, allegedly, right, that they would go against a fellow human, right, and try to take from them that's something that's not theirs. People's entire jobs are about that. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who they stomp on. And it's nasty and disgusting and wrong on every level. And I'm glad that he put something out there. And thank you for the rolling credits before and the rolling credit after with the context. So at least I knew what you were talking about. I appreciate that. People need to know that there's more than social media hashtags. There is more than this back and forth bullshit of what people are like, oh my god, you gotta be this and you have to be that. And then people are like, you're so mean. And they use all these little key trigger words to get everybody all riled up. When people are literally fighting for their livelihood, their land, things that they own, that they have worked on, that they have invested everything into. I mean, without the land and stuff, what do they have? I don't know. I just feel like people are so invested in all of these topics that are widespread and like worldwide that are not, frankly, none of their fucking business, that they are ignoring things happening here. They're ignoring things that are happening because it's not a cool soundbite. It's not a cool clip. It's not a cool hashtag. And it doesn't make you look like, of course, if you're going to support something in some third world country, you look amazing. Look at you. Aren't you so nice? Pat on the head. Aren't you great? Aren't you just so great? Why not stand up with these people? You want something to fight for? Why not stand up with them? Oh, but you know, I don't get a special hashtag, and I don't get a special, like, color scheme to wear. People are just so rant over. Thank you for being here. The original is in the description down below. You notice I just stopped myself. I'm just like, originals in the description down below. Go give John Rich a click and a listen, and in watch time and all that, drop a comment. He deserves it. Thank you for doing this. They deserve somebody, putting it out there in the universe. I wouldn't have known. So who knew, right? I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, of course, this has been going on. I didn't know. So now I do. Now I'm aware. And it matters. Anyway, you influence this one person. So for what that's worth. That being said, super awkward, unprofessional outro. I'm out of here. You guys have an amazing day. I will see you next time, I hope. And take care of yourselves. And each other. Don't forget that you are valid, you matter, and all of that. I'm out. Once I find the button, I'm out. I'm out. Let's try this again.